Let's see if this works out. I think we are live, boys and girls. Let's make sure everything is set up as it should. There we go. And then we do this. And let's do that and that and up, and I think we're gonna get pretty close. Oh, that's a little bit small. Let's no, stop that. I want you there. I want you there, so I can see that, and that should go up now. I still don't actually know how all of this works. Hopefully everything is as it should now. I wonder if I can just share that as well. I'll be back here in a few seconds. I mean, I'm not actually leaving. I'm just trying a few things out. To be honest, it wasn't supposed to start until 7, so we're technically a little bit early here. Hopefully everything is set up this time as it should. I think we have audio this time from the beginning. What was it I was gonna check? Right, that and no. Is this? See? Ooh, yeah, I think so. Then we do that. That should work. One more thing I need to do. Let's see if I can do this and then this and maybe this. What? I don't know what that means. What? Mute that, deafen that. Cannot do this. Can I do this from there? Let me check a few more things. No one's in here yet, right? Nope. There's a warning here. Apparently my latency is low and stuff like that. I don't know what that's about, but hopefully this works fine. It says 0 drops, so that should be fine, right? That, and then I'll do this. See if this works. Copy everything. Do the copy, and then I do this. If I do this now, and then go here. Yeah. Crap. There, and then promo, and then what happens if I do this? Okay, that doesn't seem to be working. Let me check this. Come on. There we go. There. Send it there. I'm sorry, I'm putting this up everywhere so it looks as it should. Hopefully we'll get some people in here. So I'm not sitting here talking to myself again. I mean, I'm not surprised if I do that. I'm as I said, very new at this. Can I do this quickly and then do this and just do close, mark all, paste, and do something like this. We live. Let's see if that worked. And that seemed to be working. So that's cool. I mean, I don't know where else I should share this stuff now, but is good for now. I guess I can't do that. Oh, no, we forgot to do this. Sorry. Oh no, it's 7. Well, we are gonna continue this little experiment today. I'm gonna turn the mic down a little bit. I noticed it was a little bit loud. I do speak fairly loud, so that's not too surprising. Now I forgot what I was gonna do again. Attention span like a fucking goldfish, I guess. That's okay. There we should go. Well, we are live now at least, so that should be fine. I really do need, if I'm gonna try and continue to do this, I'm gonna need a monitor at some point. However, we are gonna take a look at this. He has -1 here. I wonder how that calculation works though. We're gonna take a look at that later, but for now, that's fine. So that is 4.5, so 4 for now. I mean, obviously it's not gonna be 4 HP altogether, and I do think 14 or 15 would be sort of in line where I want to put him. I mean, I have 14 on him. Don't need to compare them really, but my thinking is it should be a bit higher, so let's put it at 16. It's not too high, not too low. I did end up changing this a little bit here. Instead of using the dexterity, I think we should stick with the strength here for sure. I feel that's a little bit better for it. Let me do this as well. Okay, let's try and continue this. We were talking about yesterday, right? I want to give this something similar to the spectator. I couldn't remember the name yesterday, but sort of using its wings somehow to yeah, do something like that, something similar, sort of, I don't know, its wings somehow chalk out more, well, more things really. Let me see, does that work there? Yeah, it seems to be working. But what would we call that? Like a wing burst or something, maybe? Let's call it wing burst for now. A wing burst. I mean, we have spore bursts, kind of like naming convention that kind of works, keeping it sort of similar, I guess. Oh, that's what I want there. So the moth can make an attack with this sort of I don't know, creates a pattern. Yeah, the giant moth its wings affecting anyone that is anyone 15-foot cone that can see its wings. The effect is random. Each creature needs to make a wisdom saving throw, I guess. Yeah. Each let's do this instead. We do each creature in the cone that can see the moth needs make DC, hold it at 12 for now. I think we're gonna boost that up a little bit, probably put it at 14 eventually, but I want to keep it at 12 now, as I don't want to make it too strong as of yet. Let me check that and that. Close. Can I see stuff like that? I don't know. Live chat. There we go. That's what I want. There. Same here. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's continue. As I said, I'm sorry, keeping track of everything. I'm very, very new at this. So if you're out there listening, don't judge me too hard, man. Come on. Oh wow. I need to close my window. There's a lot of traffic outside now. I'm back, baby. I don't know, maybe we'll get some music at some point for this stream as well. As of now, this is just what we have. Ooh, that's a Coke. Yes, there, and there. Okay, needs to make a DC 12 wisdom, right? Yeah, wisdom. As I'm thinking, this is sort of like a hypnotic pattern sort of thing, but with a few random effects, maybe. Or be affected by the... How do we want to word that? Well, for now, don't worry so much about the wording, I guess, for now. We are just gonna write it out, just so we get it out there to begin with. To be affected, or be affected by the random effect. Yeah. Roll, I think it's just gonna be, well, we don't know yet. It's gonna be 1d n. I don't know what dice we're gonna use. I sort of know what effects I want. I want something like sleep. So moth cast the spell at second level, I think. Second level. Let's double check how many dice that is. Sleep 5e. Sleep spell. Yeah. Sleep spell 5e. I kind of wanted that up there. I might want to go and check that a little bit. It's 5d8 and it's another, so it's 7d8. What's the average on that? Any dice? 5, 6, 7. D8 is what? If you never use that, if you need them fucking averages, that's really good. Yeah, that's about 32. So I mean, if we say this is sort of like a, I'm guessing a CR3, yeah, around CR3 maybe monster. That should be fine. Yeah, absolutely. And second level, I want hypnotic pattern, sort of. How does that work again? I prefer this actually. Wiki. I'll go check spells here. I don't remember how hypnotic pattern works exactly, so let's find it. It is a second level spell, or is it a third level spell? think it's a third level spell. Let's check here first. We're already here. Okay, it's not there. Surely it's not higher, right? Yeah, hypnotic pattern. Sure, I mean it's concentration. I don't think that matters too much. Blah 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 blah. Cube, yada yada yada. The pattern appears for a moment and vanishes. Each creature in the area who sees the pattern must make a wisdom saving throw and blah, 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 be charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and 0 speed. Oh, okay. Don't you have 0 speed already when you're incapacitated? Right? No, you don't. You can still move. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Ooh, maybe we could word that way for the thing we gave paralyzed to as well. Remember yesterday we gave a paralyzed to this effect? Maybe we could do it that way instead, similar to hypnotic pattern there. Yeah, I think so. I mean, this would pretty much just be hypnotic pattern, but I mean a little bit different, right? Sure, why not? Unsuccessful, nothing happens. On a fail, they are. Yeah, fuck, let's do that. That's. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Of course we can do that. We can just state that. It's our game, it's our creature. We can call it whatever the fuck we want, right? Let's. There. Speed becomes 0. Because then, I mean, yeah, we don't have to worry that Paralyze is a really powerful effect with crits and things like that. Yeah, automatic crits from melee attack. Well, not from all, if it's within 5 feet, so not from like a whip if you stand. It's kind of weird though, right? Okay. Wow, petrification is a bitch. Oh, you have a resistant to everything. What else is that? In wave increase, sure. Call speed, unaware. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Huh. That's not too bad actually. I thought there were more shit that happened with petrification. Isn't shatter something with petrify? Screw it. We're not doing that. We're looking at this. Yeah. We have that here. I want something like psychic assault or visual assault. Psychic assault. Let's call it that. Assault. Take 2d6 psychic damage. I think psychic is good to give it as well because that's sort of the vibe we're going for with the creature as well, I think. So yeah, for sure, let's give it that. Let's also check this. So what else could we give it there? Let me check this. This actually went up, unless that's kind of bad. Oh, it's up. Can I do that? Let's see content. I'm gonna just share this a little bit quickly here, see if we can get some more people in this chat and things like that. Can I do this here for shorts? Let's see. Am I allowed to? Oh yeah. Cool. Okay. I couldn't do it here. It's kind of weird. Okay. Can I do it now? Let's try it again. I want to try it again. Let's try it again. Nope. Allowed to there. Yeah. That's fine. I don't know. I don't know how I see that here. That's where we want to be, and that's where we want to be. Okay, so we have given it these two things. Oh, that's not a good spelling. And we want to give it a few other things. We have sleep. We have this. Some sort of charm effect as well. Let's just call it charm for now. Of course. And I mean, yeah, you're just charmed. There's nothing really there. How do I see if someone there, okay. Again, I'm new to this sort of thing. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying my best. I promise. Charm, nothing special there really. I would say. Should we do something like, no, I think a charm effect there. Fear, no, it wouldn't cause fear because he wants to keep you. I mean, fear could be sort of a defensive tactic, like just evolutionary, right? I guess. Should there be some under effect here? Wing. I'm gonna call this wing pattern instead. Just for my own sanity, because it's not. I'm thinking this as not so much a spore burst, just like we have down here, right? I'm thinking more like the wings light up in different patterns and sort of do an effect that way, for sure. Let me try this. Just to get there. Well, okay, that works. So I'm thinking the wings are sort of like a visual pattern, right? So sort of like the light reflecting off them, sort of in that way. So what else should we? I do think we should have the psychic assault, the sleep charm. What else could be fun for this? Confusion, right? How is it that confusion spell works again? Let's check that if we can just steal that right off. It's always easier. Work smarter, not harder. Confusion is not the first level spell, it's a second level spell, right? Or is it the third level spell? It's not Crown of Madness I'm thinking of. It is confusion, right? Counterspell, is it not called confusion? Yeah, ooh, is a fourth level spell. Probably not gonna use that then. I can tell you that much. But we will take a look. Hello there in the chat. Feel free to say hello if you're in the chat. Actually, I don't know. I need to know like if the audio levels are good and things like that. I have no idea. Keep telling me that there's a warning about my stream. I don't know what that's about. Bitrate is low, lower than the recommended. I have no idea what that means. I need to check up on that after this stream today. Maybe learn what that means. Crown of Madness. One human blah 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 must succeed yeah or be charmed. While the target is charmed this way, twist the crown. Yeah, we don't care about that part. Charmed target must use their action before moving on each turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. Target. Okay. Maybe something like this. We would word it a little bit differently. I think that's can be fun effect. I mean, this is kind of hilarious too, right? Creature uses all move in a random direction, blah blah blah. The creature doesn't move, take any action. Uses action to make a melee attack. Nah, I think sort of we're gonna base it on this. But I would probably say something like affected that must make a melee attack. How was it worded here? Jump target must before moving. Yeah, I mean we would say the same thing, right? Why make it complicated? Try and keep it in line with D&D lore and established rule sets, so it feels the same way, right? Easier for people to understand. So let's just do that. Just must make a melee like before moving on their turn. They must do so against the closest target that is not itself. Yes, this means that it technically could hit the giant moth, but I think that's kind of okay. It probably won't happen all the time, but we should probably word it because this is gonna affect more melee characters than anything else. It's just a 15-foot cone, so I think, yeah, they must do so against the closest target other than themselves. Target other than itself. Itself. Prioritizing any others over the moth. That's a clumsy wording. I'm definitely gonna have to rewrite that for sure. But, oh, sorry. But basically what I want this to mean is that meaning that this is, yeah, if it's, let's say you are fighting the moth, right? You are there with your rogue buddy and both of you are affected by this confusion. Then you would hit your rogue buddy over the moth. But if your rogue buddy is not there, then you would hit the moth, right? Like, as long as there is another target other than the moth, therefore the confusion to be hit upon, or the melee attack would be hit against, I think it should prioritize them over the moth. Just sort of to... because otherwise with this sort of thing, when it's worded that way, it would sort of let the player decide who they hit, right? So they would always just hit the moth. Why wouldn't they, right? Yeah, this just ensures that. And I think we're gonna reword this a little bit now, actually, as well, because I just thought of something. Each creature in the call must, yes, yeah, or be affected. I don't know what I wrote there. Be affected by a random effect. Each affected creature rolls, uh, yada yada yada. So, uh, we are probably then gonna have to redo this a little bit. But basically, what I'm thinking is that everyone can be affected by something else. It's just a pattern, and your brain sort of, let's say, let's call it that, right, is affected in some way by one of these effects. Then sleep becomes a little bit too high. I mean, you wouldn't even need to call it a spell then. I think you should just fall asleep. No, to be honest. Yeah, you should just fall asleep. So, yeah. Yeah, you're just incapacitated and 0 speed and all that jazz. Well, I guess it's you become unconscious, right? So, I mean, let's double. What is it? Everything you get? Yeah, can't move, can't speak. You drop whatever you're holding. Yada yada yada. I mean, this is basically paralyzed, but a little bit heavier because you technically drop whatever you're holding as well, which technically means you're gonna have to pick it up and all that stuff as well. I think that's a cool effect. Yeah, yeah, I like that. But so, is this it? Do we just want these 4? I think so. I mean, the charm isn't super powerful, which is good. I don't think they all should be. You can't attack your charmer or target them with harmful abilities. Yeah. The question is, how long should this last? I think just for 1 turn, right? Any effect ends at the beginning of the moth's next turn. This absolutely needs rewording. That sounds so dumb. I don't know how I would word that instead. We also need to put some sort of limitation on this. Otherwise, the moth would just use this pretty much all the time, which isn't. I don't want it to be recharged on a 5 or 6. Maybe we could put it as a recharge a little bit higher, so it can happen. Or tell you what, I've used this a couple of times before. Hello Tao, welcome back. Good to see you here again. Tao was here before yesterday as well when we did the first live stream. Thank you very much. This is actually my wife, for those of you that's in the chat other than her. Let's see. Yes, so I have done this before, and I think this is kind of a fun mechanic. You can write this as wing pattern can only be used if spore burst is charged. I mean, yes, it's technically on a recharge counter as well then, but that means that this is not usable if you use this, and this is a powerful effect. Remember, we're incapacitating them, and their speed becomes 0, right? So they can't move, they can't take any actions, they can take bonus actions technically, which is kind of weird, right? Why can people do that during incapacitation? Actually, I don't know. I mean, we can take that out. Actually, we're going to do that to clarify that. I still don't know why that is. I need to check that at some point. I'm sure they've answered that in some sage advice or something like that. I'm sure Jeremy Crawford has. They are incapacitated and can't take any bonus action, and their speed becomes 0. Yeah, but basically they can't move. I mean, it's paralyze without getting automatic crit, which I think is fine. Yeah. Yeah, I like this. I think this is really good. Now there's a lot of shit here we need to reword and optimize or rewrite to make it sound better. Uh, does it have any other traits? No, I don't think so. Perfect mimicry is using this to hunt or to call things into the woods with it, and then it's gonna use spore burst and wing pattern and stuff like that to actually take them down properly. It's probably gonna like drop from the canopy somewhere. Use this if it's in the middle, or this if it's in front. I mean, remember, this is one of these effects. Let's check some of these other creatures. Let's check the spectator and the beholder and things like that, because I don't remember exactly what all of them have. In the 5e, and then we go for the beholder as well. And the 5e beholder. It's always that site is good if you've never been there. I can go in there and check. Well, it says we're 3 viewers now. Whoop whoop. That's kind of cool. How long have we actually been streaming? Oh, already over a while now. Almost 40 minutes already. Let's check. Yeah. Black Citadel. If you haven't been here, it's a really cool site. I have a lot of monsters and talk a lot about them in different ways. This is what I wanted to check though. Does it have some sort of slow effect maybe? That's kind of cool. That could be something we could put in for it as well. Because I kind of want to make it a D6. I don't really like D4s for these things when it's random effects like this. But I also don't want to just fucking shove something in there just for the sake of it either. Confusion Ray. It can't take reaction until its turn. On its turn, the tower can't move, and it uses action to make melee or range attack. Ha! Ha! That's pretty much exactly what we decided our confusion was as well. Okay, good to know. I mean, maybe we just take the wording from this. Actually, shit. We kind of need to do this as well. I forgot about that. Cause, yeah, why can't you? It's kind of weird. You technically can make action and reactions as well. Then, this can't take any bonus actions or reactions. Because all I really want is I want them to be paralyzed but not be affected by the automatic crits if in melee. That's sort of the reason why I put all this in. Again, we will find another way to put that way better. Paralyzing ray, yeah, it's just a paralyzed condition. Fear, wounding ray. Wow, that's big. Wow, that's only, yeah, but it's only 2. Shoot up to 2. Following our raise to 1, or yeah. That's kind of big as well though. This monster is more brutal than I thought. Right, this thing as well. Let's check here. We're definitely not gonna give him one of these. That's for sure. Not this either. Yeah, this is what that does. I mean, yeah, we're obviously gonna put probably gonna put this in as well. On ours, no. I mean, no. I think this is kind of where we want with that. Anything is just any effect ends at the beginning of the month's next turn, sort of thing. I don't know. We might change that to something similar to this instead. Just feel it's a bit more, but slow could be fun. Uh, Fear could be good as well, of course. I mean, if we do slow and fear, then we have 6, and that's kind of where I would want it to land, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just steal this slow effect. Target speed is half for 1 minute. Oh, okay. I have a visitor. 1 second, guys. My cat wanna come in and say hello. You gonna come in here, Tiger? Come on. Yeah, come in, man. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, my cat wanted to come in. Let's see. We're doing this. Yes, I think this is kind of cool. I don't think we're gonna do these things not as exactly like this as well. Uh, 1 second. Hey, hey! Let's read through this one exactly. Slow. On a fail, the target is half speed. Yes, that's what we want. Hello, Remy. Welcome to the chat. Nice to see you here. We're building monsters here today. Nice of you to join us. I hope you can hear me at least. I think the audio is working as it should. Yeah, so slow. In addition, the creature can't take reaction, and it can take either. Yeah, I mean that's sort of what we wanted as well, right? Yeah, I know. Hey, hey, heard someone outside, so he started barking. La, 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 la. Yeah, but let's just steal this right off, I think. Because it is sort of a similar effect that we want here, so let's just do that. Slow, do that, and then we're gonna reword it obviously a little bit to fit more what we're looking for here. Slow, the target speed is halved, but not both. Meet the saving throw at the end of its turn. No, that we don't need, because this effect again just wrong button. This effect for us should just come on. Let's do it like this so I get it correctly. There we go. Yeah, this effect will just end at the beginning of the moth's next turn. Anyway, yes, you technically can. It can technically happen to you twice in a row, but I think that is okay. And we are gonna add a fear here as well. We're gonna have to reformat this. I just noticed there's no alphabetical order here at all. It's gonna piss me off eventually. But fear. I mean, we don't really need to write anything about that. You are just feared. It's the fear effect. We can take a quick look at it here. Frightened, you get a frightened condition. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is in sight. You cannot move towards it. And yeah, so we can just write, you have the condition. Like that. How are you today, Remy? Are you doing good? I don't know how long the delay on the chat is, so I don't know how long it takes for you to get an answer to me. How do you balance your monsters when there's a different levels in? I don't, to be honest. Basically why I don't do that is because the monsters I make is just meant for everyone. That's more up to the DM, right, on the spot, if you need to, or if anything needs to be balanced on the spot. That always has to be on DM. I would never do that when I'm creating the monsters per se. Uh, yeah, I do that sometimes, obviously, if I'm creating a monster specifically for my players. But in general, when I do this, so these two here, the Headless Blinkhound and the Giant Moth, are creatures that was suggested by some of our followers. So I'm just straight up creating monsters without having any party level in mind or anything at all like that. But the DM knows if this creature is too strong or not for players in that sense. You have the frightened condition. Yes, we should put that here as well. You have the charmed condition. This was, we had one we wanted to rip from here as well, I think. No, that was on the spectator, right? No? Was it on the beholder? Yeah, sleep. Unconscious. No, we don't need that, right? That's what we said. It's just that, yeah, you sleep for 1 turn. I think that sounds kind of cool. Where are we now? We are on, okay. Now we need to figure out where we want the HP for this little bastard to be. And then we might start working on some lore as well. I have some fun idea we're gonna talk through with this creature there as well. Yeah, it's Connie's Law, so this should be -2. But how much HP do we sort of want to give him? I think it's gonna be like a CR4 creature-ish. So I'm thinking like maybe, I don't know, 60, 70 at least. Put him at CR3 and give him 60 sort of. So that would be, let's me get a calculator out. So a D10 is 5.5 and we want to end on 60. Sort of split on 5.5. This should be 3 there for now. 5.5 is, so that is 60 split on 3.5 because we have this here, right? No, it is not a preview for the Sunday. Remy is one of my players in one of the private games I arrange. This is a monster I'm creating because one of our followers on Facebook, Damien Bastian Green on Facebook, suggested making a giant moth monster, sort of like a Mothra style. I'm putting another twist on it though. Thinking this sucker, it's gonna be a giant moth, but I'm thinking it's gonna have like a human face, be creepy as fuck. No, don't worry. I did not plan on this creature to be in the game you're playing on Sunday. I think you guys are about to head down underground though, so yeah, probably not a giant moth, not down there. I mean, it could be, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. To me, these are more in the woods, hunting at night, sort of luring people away with this thing here. Trying to get them into the woods, incapacitating them and poisoning them, and then just eating them alive, sort of style. Sort of creepy ass shit as usual. Oh yeah, we were calculating. Right. 60 split on 3.5, so we want 17 then. I think that's right. Let's go for monster and double check this. He is a large creature. Are you trying to prep? Okay. You're gonna get the inside scoop, you mean? So its con modifier is -2. And I think if I did this right, we should be... Yeah! See, I fucking did it right. So that would be... Is that correct? Am I calculating this right? So... -2 times 17. And then 5.5 times 17. I'm trying to remember how to do this exactly, I'm sorry. I don't know, I think it's like... I should be able to see that somewhere. I tried to set it up so there shouldn't be any time lag at all, but there probably is. We can test it. If I say hi back. 1, 2, 3, hi. Dang, okay. That's kind of boring. I'm sure I can sort that out for next time. I am very new at this, so. Can I do this maybe and see that? Let me test this. Doot, doot. And then I click there. Oh, wrong button. Ah, dang it. Yeah, it's probably like a minute or so. I'll sort that out for next time. It should be fixable. I don't want the delay to be that long, so this should be yeah, it's about 60 seconds then. So that is -34, I think. Yes, -34. Now we land on 59. Yeah, maybe. I'm sure I could fix that somehow. I just don't know how yet. Again, this is only the second time we're streaming, so that will be fine. We have the movement speed here. We have that. Is there anything else we want to give it precisely? I mean, yes, senses. It would have dark vision. I'm imagining this sucker again living in the woods somewhere, so at least 60 feet. And passive, not perfect, perception. That would be oh, not a plus, it would be 13. No, but it's kind of annoying because I kind of want to keep up with the chat a little bit better. I know I find it annoying when it's too much of a delay if I'm hanging out in a live chat somewhere like this. Ooh. It says we have 4 viewers now, but we only have 1 chatter. Thanks, Remy, for chatting with us. Keeping me company. Yes, I do. A lot of the monsters you guys have played against is pretty much just tailor-made for that game you're playing. Same for the other ones I run from time to time. I tailor-made monsters there too, for sure. I like doing it. Many of the monsters that are in the monster books are a little bit too... I've used them too much. An anti-cleric, that's a fun concept. I've never done that before. You could do that. There used to be a lot of like anti-paladin classes and things like that in older editions of D&D. But yeah, Why not do an anti-cleric? What would an anti-cleric be immediately? Hmm. Just someone that negates, maybe? I can't be thinking too much about that. Okay, so we have this. I think, is there anything else? Language. I mean, it has perfect mimicry, right? But does it actually speak something itself? I guess so. I mean, it would be speak common, I think. I don't think it would speak anything else in particular, really. It's a monstrosity. I don't think this is a fake creature. Or is this a fake creature as well? Not outright, no. I've never actually planned to kill an annoying player, no. Uh, I probably have thought about it a couple of times. I wouldn't, most likely, but I don't think I've ever have actually done it. Maybe when I was younger and like a teenager or something. Maybe. Not that I can think of immediately. Why do you have someone in mind? Is this a fake creature though? No, I don't think so. But I want to come up with a another name. We need to change this now that we know what it is. So we're gonna do that numbered instead, and this is gonna be 1d6. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that because it's a d6. We know that's a 1. I mean, to be fair, Remy, as well, it's like being a DM. It's not hard to just kill someone outright. To be honest, even if you want to do it, you can make it pretty easily. You can make it happen pretty easy if you really wanted to, and you could even easily make it so that your players think it was an accident as well. If you really wanted to do something like that, but you shouldn't. It's not very nice. Nah, I don't have to worry about that, I don't think. You played long enough in my campaigns now, you should know that by now. I'm a nice DM. I hope. But I think otherwise, like, yes, there's a lot of shit here that needs to be rewritten, reworded, reformatted, but as a whole, I think this creature is done. I don't think it's gonna have like any vulnerabilities or resistances really. It might be immune to poison though, but I have some quick lore I want to jot down though. We're gonna change that to 2 now that we're gonna go into a little bit lore. Oh, I do need a new name for it. I can't call it giant moth. It needs something more fun. Human. Favorite monster I've ever created. Oh, that's hard. I do really like the elementals I created recently. Yeah, you fought against them last time. I really like them. I was happy I could fit them in that campaign. 'Cause they have some fun mechanics that I really enjoyed creating. Actually, that is where this part here comes from. I created them and I gave them sort of 2 abilities working together, and when one is used, the other doesn't work anymore. I think that's a fun thing. I think I like them mostly because of that. It was just like a clever little idea I've never thought about using before, and I really enjoy that. I do really like this monster actually, the idea I came up with here, because especially now I'm gonna get in a little bit more to lore because I think I like the thing about him. I do. Ooh, actually, the Panther Falcons as well. I really like the Panther Falcons and the Rabbit Doves as well. Hybrids are fun. Hybrids in general are fun. Just mushing two creatures together to create something new. Uh, it's cool. I really enjoy that. But let's say we call him human-faced moth, because I think these fuckers just has a human face on them. Like imagine that's fucking creepy as fuck, right? Just a giant moth coming down from the trees and laughing at you with a human face, mimicking your mom that disappeared in the woods 2 days ago. Right? Isn't that just fucking super creepy? Well, let's call them that. We would call this section mimic. No, not mimic. Something something hunters. We can just write for now. Let's just write. The Yeah, I can't take the cred for the art though. It was made in Dolly. Uh, I don't have any moth art yet. I'll probably see if I can generate some stuff with Dolly later when I've actually written out some lore to give it some proper prompt. The human-faced moth hunt by mimicking children and voices from deep within the... No, not deep within woods, wouldn't be. They lie in wait in the close by small roads and less traveled paths. They lie in wait. Lie in wait. They lie in wait in the forest close by small roads and less traveled paths. And when lone travelers or merchant fans come through, they will mimic the voice of someone in need to lure the travelers in deeper into the woods of the path. Once there, they will. I don't know. In my head. I don't know. Mostly, I think it's just in my head or listening. I guess it's like listening to like creepypasta podcasts and scary stories in the dark and things like that, or fantasy books or anything really. I made a pretty creepy monster a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember what I called it now, but it was from a creepy pasta story. It was pretty cool. I can see if we can find it actually. Drive. Should have it. Oh, this is the wrong one. Let's go to this one. Let's go to monsters. Should have it here on the published somewhere. Oh no. Yeah. Shadowed Harlequin. I don't have any art for it, but it's fucking creepy as fuck. Nightmare Weaver. Then Shadow Harlequin materializes as a haunting figure resembling a twisted dark wooden doll, standing as tall as a large dog. It possesses 8 slender spider-like legs connected to a spider's wooden body. Yeah, this is kind of a very creepy thing I created. They're renowned as the puppeteers of the mind, yada yada yada. They like to psychologically torment people. And yeah, there's some fucking invasive shit here. Body invasion. The shadowed harlequin tries to invade the body of a creature within 5 feet of it, trying to enter through the mouth of its target. The target must make a constitution check against the dexterity of the creature. On a successful invasion, the target takes 2d10 bludgeoning damage. Well, let's find a lot of stuff here. Constitution roll to expel it to the creature, yeah. Otherwise, they just eventually consumes them from inside and just takes them over. And literally just take them over completely. Podcast that I listen to, and it's not a podcast per se, but there's a dude on YouTube that I listen to a lot. I think it's called The Dark Requiem or something like that. Can't remember the name on the top of my head right now. You can see if I can find it because it's really, really, really good. Let me check here. I can probably find a channel for you quickly. It's fucking fantastic, to be honest. Yeah, here. We'll put it in the chat for you. Oh, wrong button. Does that work? Yeah, there it is. It's a really good channel. He reads a bunch of stories from like Reddit creepypastas and stuff like that. There's some really, really good creepy shit there, and it's really perfect for monster creation, I think. Back to this. Wow, tangents and tangents and tangents. It always happens. Once they will once in brain fart inside the depth of the woods, the moth will drop down from canopy and try to incapacitate. Did I write that right? No, I did not. Incapacitate. Fucking, I hate spelling that word. Incapacitate the lost travelers, I guess. Inject them with its poison, just like a spider. It like to feed on its prey while they are still It's prey. Not now. I'm thinking about not monster. Likes to feed on its on its. It likes to feed on its prey innards once they have been melted into why do I always do that? Into slurry of, I don't know, slurry of mush, slurry of viscera. Yeah, that sounds good. No, that's not how we spell that. Innards. Innards? No? I can't remember how to spell that. English is not my first language. Wow, we have 6 viewers now apparently. Cool. Feel free to say hello in the chat if you want. Don't be quiet. I won't bite, I think. We are gonna stream for a little bit longer, not too much though. I don't want to start this streaming for too long sessions as of yet. So I'm still kind of new to this, but I think sort of like this is the start of sort of how I envision this creature. Like how they look. These creatures are not only big as a horse, but they have. Do they steal the faces? That's kind of creepy. Are they face stealers? Do they steal the faces of the victims they eat? Oh, that's kind of creepy. Can we use that somehow? I kind of like that idea. Yeah, shit. I'm gonna write that in for now. I mean, I might remove it later. I steal. Ooh, okay, we might do that and change this. There might be face stealers and voice snatchers. They steal the faces and the voices of their victims. That's really creepy. They steal the voices and faces of their victims. Using the stolen voices to lure more victim into the woods and using and wearing the faces to torment their new prey. Okay, maybe they want that. I'm gonna change this, I think. Unzipping childhood, yeah, because this sounds a little bit. Yeah, the faces of It's former victims. Looking looking like okay, we're gonna stream for another 15 minutes or so here, and then we're gonna turn this off. I have other things I need to do as well. It's been fun though. Let's see. Looking like nah, I don't know how to say that right now. Yeah, I kind of like that so far. It's kind of the start of this. You can sort of see how I work when I do this. I kind of go back and forth, change things, come up with an idea, write it out, see if it works. Write it out, then try something else, yada yada yada. Go back and forth like that all the time. And yeah, all of this might be. I don't think it's gonna be completely rewritten, absolutely not. But I do think a lot of this needs rewording, reformatting. But that's really boring to sit and look at. I'm trying to make this a bit entertaining as well, of course. Trying to like talk through my thought process and why I'm doing things, but it's also kind of hard to be honest. As I said, I'm very new to this. If you're there listening to me, I really appreciate that a lot. Feel free to comment and yeah, say anything that you want to. If you want any tips or tricks or you have any questions, like Grimmy did here before, asked a bunch of questions. It's very nice and it's very fun. Fun to try and answer all these questions. I do know that apparently the stream is lagging a fair bit behind. I promise I will try and rectify that for next time, of course. So let's go through these monsters here a little bit before we end the stream today. So the headless blink hound started out as a headless hound. It was suggested by Universal Music Channel UMC over on Facebook. I'll post that in the chat as well. And by suggested the headless hound. That's because it's another YouTube channel, and they often come with suggestions and comments on my stuff, so I want to give them a shout out. They're a fairly new YouTube channel as well. Go check them out. Do music stuff, obviously. And yeah, so this started out just as, yeah, they just suggested, well, I asked people what they wanted to see, and they wanted to see a headless dog, so I decided a headless hound. Was thinking sort of like a Doulahan, the headless horseman sort of dude, and then decided it was going to be a Fae and undead. This is a thing I've been doing a lot as of late, giving creatures dual tags for. I kind of think it's an interesting thing to do. This was used to be a blink dog, but I think hound sounds better, so I remained to a hound. Some ghosty things. This is from the Banshee, I think. Pretty much stolen right off. This is just something I added. I think this should be, because it's an undead sort of Doulahan sort of thing. Doulahans, you should be scared of them. They are haunting and things like that. Undead Fortitude, because it's an undead creature. Oh, I forgot to change that. This should have been changed yesterday when we started doing this hunt. Let's blink hound. So that's just the undead fortitude because it's technically an undead. Ghost bite is pretty much because it doesn't have a head, I imagine that it's sort of like a spectral head that appears once it tries to bite you. So it's necrotic damage. I think that makes sense. And then it has the teleport ability from being a blink dog. And that's sort of like the thought process there on this one. I think this is going to be a lower level creature, maybe CR1 or 2, something like that. Might need to rescale some of the things here, but I mean, it doesn't really have, this is its only attack really. It's not a super powerful attack. This can be very hard to handle for low level parties for sure. So yeah, I think CR1 tops, maybe even a CR half, to be honest, for this one. 45 HP, 14, yeah, probably CR half or CR1 creature. This is movement based. Yes, it does get to make an bite attack when it does this, but it can't do this very often. It's a recharge ability, so yeah. I did have pack tactics on it from the beginning because dogs and all that jazz, but seeing as it's an undead as well, I don't think there exists too many of it, so we removed that. Then we have the giant moth. That was, as I said before, suggested by Damon Bastian Green on Facebook. He was suggesting something like, well, it was a bit more involved. I know he was talking about sort of the larvae from Alice in Wonderland, helping the players during the day, turning into a moth, being a creepy asshole after that, and that's sort of what I went with. And now I can't get the image out of my head with from a giant moth having a human face on it. I just think that's creepy as fuck. Stealing voices and fucking luring unsuspecting victims into the woods, and putting them into cocoons, sort of like a spider, melting their innards. But yeah, so these two monsters are gonna be completed for Monster Monday, on Monday obviously, next time here around. So stay tuned for that. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, if you're new to me here, please give us a like, a subscribe, and all that jazz. All my social medias are on the YouTube page as well, so please check that out. Instagram, Facebook, all that jazz, to keep up to date with everything as well. Anything else I need to say before we end this stream here today? I don't think so. I think that's about it. I don't think we're gonna do any more streams this week. I do think I'm gonna continue to do these sort of shorter streams, burst streams, sort of maybe on Wednesdays or Thursdays. So if you wanna see more, please do. Please turn in. I think we're gonna work on subclass for the fighters next time. I have sort of a small idea percolating in my head around that as well, that I kind of want to get out on paper. Who knows, it might not turn into anything, but I want to give it a shot at least. We'll see what it turns into. Proficiency, spelling. There we go. But that's it, boys and girls. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I will sign off about here then. We're signing off a little bit early, but I feel a little bit tired. Again, I'm kind of new to this, so bear with me for a second. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and keep your dice rolling and your imagination flowing. Until next time, goodbye.